92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
We've said it on the show a lot of times. A good way to meet somebody is to have a dog, especially for guys if you want to meet a girl.
It always sparks conversation.
They're cute. There's dog parks that you can go to where you can meet people, and it can turn into a date. That's exactly what happened with the girl, Lisa, who's on the phone right now. Your email said that you met a guy at the dog park, right?
Yeah.
What kind of dog did he have?
Aww.
He had the most adorable chocolate lab.
That is a
That
man
is
dog.
cute.
That is a man dog right there.
Two things that women like, dogs and chocolate. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, Lisa, you emailed us about him. It says that you went to the dog park and then went out for drinks.
Yeah. He was really sweet. His dog was completely adorable. Our dogs got along, which is always a good thing. So we met a little bit later that evening.
Lisa, you sound hot, are you? Just
Oh yeah.
are you?
You're so creepy,
Dude,
Jewel.
if,
Well,
if
she
someone's
does.
getting hit on at the dog
Okay.
park, they've got to be good looking.
Yeah, she sounded hot to me, so I just want to know if you're hot.
Oh, of course.
What kind of dog? Can I ask what kind of dog you have?
Forget the dog. What do you do for a living?
Well,
Are you hitting on her?
I'm a model.
You're a model.
Yeah.
Really?
Are you joking because I said that you're hot and now you're messing with me?
Not at all.
What do you model for?
Catalog.
Really?
Like Home Depot or
Victoria's
Nordstrom's?
Secret. There is a difference between those two, big time.
I would say like halfway between those two.
Okay.
All right.
Someone from Victoria's Secret and someone from Home Depot, exactly halfway. That's what I'm like.
Stop hitting on her. Can we just get back to the date?
I
That's
just
the
want to know if
point.
she was hot. That's all.
Yeah, we know.
All right. Did he ask you out or did you ask him out?
He kind of asked me out. It was very, very casual. Sort of, we had wings, and I'm not a big beer drinker, but he kind of showed me some ones that were nice, and I liked them. It was like the
Okay.
first time I've ever actually enjoyed it.
All right.
Were you nervous at all going into this date, Lisa, since it was so laid back?
Not really. I mean, it was just really easy to talk. Like, the dogs were a perfect conversation.
Right.
Like, whenever the conversation started to lag,
Right.
we could just talk about that.
What did you like so much about him? Was it just that he was funny and everything else and made you feel comfortable?
He was really interesting without being, like, making the whole conversation about him. He introduced me to beers that I enjoyed, which I'd
Okay.
never experienced before.
did he really like the fact that you were a model?
Oh.
He hated
Of course.
it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he hated it. the
He's
whole
like,
time.
great, another model that I have to go on a date with.
I think this is really interesting because it sounds like he was the one that initiated everything and that you weren't really actually looking for a date. And then suddenly you're left with a guy who isn't calling you back. Do you know what happened? Like, is there anything that you can think of?
I mean, I've been sort of going over it and over it. It's been a couple weeks. I did text him a few times, but he didn't get back to me.
How did the date end?
I said this was really fun, and I think he said, yeah, I had fun too, and he kissed me.
Why would he not call-
So we didn't make specific plans to see each other again, but I just kind of assumed, well, yeah.
It's so weird. I mean, the guy meets a model who loves dogs, will try any beer that he gives her, kisses her at the end of the night. I mean, you sound like the perfect woman on paper. What did you do
Oh,
wrong? What happened,
That's what I can't
Lisa?
figure out.
You have no idea on that date what could have happened.
I mean, as far as I understood, it was totally fine. Maybe I was laughing too hard at his jokes, or
Yeah, that's
Maybe that's it. Yeah. I thought he was too fabulous. Honestly, maybe he got scared because if you're that attractive and that cool, he might have been like, oh, dude, maybe she's a little too good for me. I mean, some guys are not that confident, you know?
You sound like marriage material. Like, lock that down.
All right, Lisa, we're going to play a song, come right back, then call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I'm really excited to hear the second part of this second date update. Because let's recap real quick. Lisa's on the phone with us. Lisa is a model who likes to go out and drink beer. She loves dogs. She met this dude at a dog park, went on a date, ended up kissing him at the end of the date. Lisa,
Yeah.
are you the perfect woman?
Oh, no. No.
She's humble, remember?
Oh,
That's
so
what
she
the
really
perfect
is.
woman has.
And she's humble.
Wow.
Just know, Lisa, that if it doesn't work out, you've got 2 backups in this room.
Oh, yeah.
Jubal and Jose are ready to take you out.
And about every other male listener that we
Yeah.
have listening.
and,
So
and a couple of girls. Let's not lie.
we're going to be able to find you a date no matter what. All right, hang on, okay? I'm going to call him right now. Feel free to jump in whenever you want, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Julian, please?
Yeah, this is Julian.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Just calling you to chat for a second, if you have a few.
I got a second. What's going on?
Julian, you're confident. I like that
Yeah.
about you. And you listen.
So you listen to our show at all?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Okay. Have you ever heard the second date update segments that we do?
I think I have. It's where people talk about their bad dates and stuff.
Right. Somebody emailed us about you.
Oh yeah?
Yes. You went out on a date with someone and then didn't call them back. Any idea who we're talking about?
Is it Lisa?
Yes, it is Lisa. Julian, real quick. She's a model who likes dogs. She seems really cool and laid back because she went to have beer with you that she doesn't normally drink beer, and she kissed you at the end of your little date. Can I just be very blunt with you and ask you, what the are you thinking not calling her back? It sounds like the perfect woman.
What's your problem, Julian?
I don't know. Just a model. It was cool. It was fun. It was, I don't know.
Did you like her? Did you connect with her?
Yeah, sure. She laughed a lot, which was great. And, she tried those beers. Her dog was super cool. It's a lot of fun. But, you just kind of know when it's not going to work out.
Okay, well, why don't you think it's going to work with her?
You know how you get that vibe, you connect or not. But, I think it just isn't going to work out between us. So if you could just pass that along to her, and tell her what's up, that'd be great.
I feel like you're holding back.
Julian, there's usually something you can pinpoint, though, where you're like, all right, she's kind of a bore or whatever. What is the reason that you don't want to get a second date with her?
I'm just going to say this. I'm not a jerk. But at one point in the date, she told me that she's 31 years old.
Okay.
And I'm 28. And I just got this rule where I don't date girls who are in their 30s.
Oh, okay.
Really?
In their 30s?
Yeah.
I'm 31.
Hey, Julian, Lisa's on the phone with us right now.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? I didn't know you were on the line.
What's going on with you? 3 years is too much for you? You can't handle a 3-year age difference? You're almost 30 yourself.
I know, but I don't date girls who are 30 themselves.
Oh!
There's so many 30-year-old girls out there that just want to kill Julian right now.
Why? Why?
I mean, no offense, but it's just I don't want to start something with a girl who's significantly older than me. I know it's only 3 years, but 29 to 30 is a huge difference.
What? You can't do math very
No,
well.
it's not at all a huge difference. That's nothing these days.
But your state of mind is a huge difference. In their 30s,
Okay.
they're looking to have
Was I acting
family.
old? Was I acting? I don't understand. Was I acting like an old lady to you?
No, not at all.
I get
You're
it.
super fun. It's not you. It's me. It's my thing. I just don't want to date an older girl because I don't want to. I want to get involved with someone who's a little older, who's going to be pushing to have kids earlier than I want to.
Oh, my
and who
God.
wants to
That's
settle
what I
down
was.
and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. I was going to say, Julian, I kind of understand where you're
No.
coming from because girls that are over 30
No.
are usually looking to settle down and want kids. Yes, they are.
Dude, Lisa, get him. You get him, girl. You tell him your peace of mind right
Okay,
now.
First of all, it would have been just common politeness even to answer my text. You could have said anything. You said nothing. You didn't get back to me at all. Why did you kiss me at the end of the date?
I didn't want you to think that I was unattracted or didn't have a good time, and I didn't text you back or call you back because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. All right?
But you could have said a million things. You could have been like, oh, I had a lot of fun, but I just don't see this happening right now. You could have made any kind of excuse or just, hey, have a nice life. That would have been better than nothing. I know a lot of women my age who have no interest in kids. My dog is my kid. My friends are my kids. I don't need kids.
Thank you.
So you're
Thank you,
blocking
Lisa.
yourself off from a lot of opportunities.
Lisa keeps getting hotter, in my opinion, now that you said that. But I will say this. The majority of women that reach 30 and aren't in a committed relationship do start panicking. They want to get married and they want kids. A majority, Brooke.
No,
Wouldn't you
but
agree with that?
Here's the thing, dude. One date, you can't tell what people want. And you should treat each person as not a big general stereotype that's put on by media and magazines about how women are...
Brooke, since the
I'm
moment I met
serious.
you and you turned 30, you started talking about how you wanted to have kids because you didn't want an AMA thing on your birth, whatever
That's
it's called.
true.
Right,
Mature...
and I was engaged and getting married. Like I
because
was in
you
a
wanted
point.
to be, but you've talked about how nervous it made you that you were getting older and not having kids.
But
so...
I want kids. Not every woman wants kids.
Right.
Lisa doesn't want kids. He's making a big generalization that I'm the same person because I'm 32 as Lisa, who's 31, which isn't fair
Here's
to
the
either
thing.
of us.
But
Here's
Julian-
the thing. You say that now at 31 or 32, but when you're like 34 and you hear that clock ticking, then you're going to be like, we got to have kids. And I'm like, I'm just 30 or I'm 31. I don't want to have kids. I'm not going to have kids till I'm 40.
Are you
I've already
are you
figured it
freaking
out.
deaf, dude? She said she didn't want to have kids.
Maybe she'll want kids
She
later.
says that now. Yeah, she says that now. Exactly.
Oh, you guys are
Exactly.
idiots. I think that Lisa probably knows what she wants better than you or you.
Well, considering you don't hang out with women over 30, how the hell would you know how
Thank
they
you,
think?
Lisa. Thank you.
I know, dude. Trust me, okay?
You don't know crap.
Would you rather I'd lied to you or even, like, dated you a second or third time and slept with you and then been like, hey, guess what? Because, I mean, I think you're attractive. I think you're cool. I think you're great. I just don't like your age.
And I like the fact that Julian also said that he knows he could sleep with you by the third date. Lisa, how about that?
Oh my God, Lisa, you dodged a bullet, girlfriend.
I think so.
Yeah. Holy cow.
I think I know where this is going to go.
Really? You can tell already from my tone of voice.
We will send you guys out on a second date. The show will pay for it.
God.
Julian, would you like to go on a second date with Lisa?
If this question were to be posed to me like 3 years ago, I'd be like, yes. But as of today, no.
Julian's going to end up old, 42, driving a freaking convertible Sebring, balding with nobody on the line.
Three 25-year-olds in the back seat.
Yeah, I was going to say, a.k.a. living the life. Congrats, Julian.
Thank you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
There was a time.
You know you've had a bad date when your mom has to come pick you up at the end of it. Brooke and Jubal in the morning. And today's second date, Alana is on the phone. She met a dude named Jeremy at her family reunion. Relax, wasn't a cousin. He was a caterer. And they ended up going out to dinner. And on their date, she said everything went fine. But at the end of the date, when they were driving home, he actually ran out of gas. And while he was waiting for AAA to fill up his car or whatever, her mom actually came and picked her up and took her home. And now she hasn't heard from him. So we're about to get him on the phone and see if we can find out well, we know what went wrong, but what else went wrong on their date maybe. All right, Alana, are you ready to call Jeremy?
Yeah, I am.
I just feel like he may be scared by your mom. Like your mom pressured him into asking you out. Your mom was there when he picked you up. Your mom came and picked you up from the date. Like, are you always that attached to your mother?
I mean, I don't really think that that's it. I think he just is embarrassed. Like, I bet he's just home, like, freaking out about it and just feeling like the date went really bad. And I just want him to know that I'm going to give him another shot.
That's nice.
Yeah, if I failed that badly on a date, I'd be thinking about it. I'd be like, damn, man, I was so tired and then I ran out of gas. I can never call her again.
Yeah, I'll never
But
see
you've
her.
called him 6 to 8 times. Like, I think that would be sign enough that you don't care. Like,
Yeah, but the damage is done.
I don't know. I think it's worth another shot. I really
Okay.
do.
All right, well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can get him on the phone. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Jeremy, please?
Yeah, this is a...
Hey, Jeremy, how are you, man? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
What's this all about?
Well, I'm calling you because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. Have you ever heard of anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, it's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. And you went out with a girl named Alana the other day.
Oh, my God.
And
Looks like you remember her.
That's what this is about?
yes.
It's about that date?
Yeah, she emailed
No.
us. She told us
No.
about how you met. She told us about your date. And she also told us that she's tried to get a hold of you a bunch, but you're not returning any of her calls or text messages.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah,
No, it's
it's a
kinda
little
weird.
crazy.
Okay, so what happens now?
Well, we're trying to figure out why you won't call her back. So you have an answer for that?
Oh, yeah, I can definitely tell you all about that date, but I want to know what she told you.
Well, she told us that you met her at a family reunion. I guess you were a caterer there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said you guys went out to dinner, and when you picked her up, you seemed a little tired. Said that you had been working a bunch, and then you ran out of gas at the end of the date, and that's where things ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the short version.
Well, she also added that like her mom pressured you into asking her out, and
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of cute, actually. Like, her mom came up to the bar and was like, hey, my daughter's interested. Will you ask her out? I saw her daughter. I'm like, yeah, daughter's cute. Why not? Like, can't hurt anything.
So you said I got the short version. What's the long version then? And keep in
Yeah.
mind we're on the radio, so don't be like 20 minutes. I mean, just like what's the meat that we're missing?
So I go and pick her up at her mom's place. That was kind of a red flag number one, right? Like, I kind of expected her to have her own place or like some roommates. But right away, as we're like driving to the restaurant, I find out girl is 19 years old.
Oh wow. Okay.
she
Still
didn't.
legal.
Well, yeah, legal, but also like, how old
Yeah.
are you?
I'm 28.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
no.
don't sound like a 19-year-old
Yeah,
to me.
true.
I mean, even if
No,
you were
man.
23, maybe that's on the edge
But
because
you
it's
still can't
4
drink
years.
together.
But like,
I've been out of college for 5 years, and she's been out of high school for like 1.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so,
when did-
already she's a little young. You're feeling like.
Yeah, she's cute and everything, but like that might be why I was out of it. Like, I was a little shocked and like, I'm like, what have I got myself into?
Right.
So like, yeah, I mean, and then the whole running out of gas thing. I was borrowing my roommate's car, dude. Like I didn't have a car at the time, so I borrowed my friend's car. I didn't think to look at the gas gauge, and he like hands me the car. He's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Not telling me it was on empty.
Okay.
By the time I saw it, it was too late. We're running out of gas. Like, it's already awkward. I'm just like, can this thing end already? This is the kicker. This is what really gets me. When mom comes to pick her up, as she's like going back around the car, she pulls me aside and says, by the way, I have a son who's into you too. Would you want to go out with him?
What?
Yeah.
Mom is just wingmanning for everybody, and also kind of low blow to her daughter. Like
The whole
what?
thing was so strange, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it's really flattering that
The whole family wants
that
you.
this woman wants her son and daughter to date me. But it's just, first of all, I don't really go that way. And secondly, like, it's just the whole thing kind of creeped me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her mom.
Weird.
I think her mom wants to date you, and she's just like, one of my kids is. I've got to see you around the house. Is what I want.
I bet her mom is closer in my age.
Oh my god.
Probably.
Would you ever consider dating a 19-year-old?
Would you ever consider dating a 22-year-old guy? I don't know how old her brother is. I'm just guessing his age there.
I have no idea either.
Well,
Oh my god.
Jeremy, I do have to let you know that Alana is actually on the phone and wants to talk to you.
Oh my God, no. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, I think it's just her. I don't think her brother's there, but Alana, are you still there?
Now, oh my God. I feel
Jeremy.
sorry. I feel bad now.
I just don't know why my mom would say that to you. Like, did she really say that? I just
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah, she
something
did.
would say.
Believe me, why would I make that up? Like,
I don't know. Like,
I've never had anything like that happen to me before. So, yes, your mom did say that to me. She did ask me if I wanted to go out with your brother.
okay, well,
And
it just doesn't make sense. I mean, my brother is gay, but like, it doesn't make sense that she would say that after we went on a date. Did you like tell her that you're gay or something?
what? Why would No, I did not tell her I'm gay.
When did you have an opportunity to even do that? You know?
A little roadside confessional while you're out of gas with her mom.
Yeah, I ran out of gas. I'm gay. Anyway.
None of that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe at the party you told her that or something. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me why she'd say that.
That maybe she just thinks that, like, young people nowadays can do anything, go anywhere with their sexual. I don't know. Like, I definitely did not tell her I was gay. That is for sure.
Do you think it was a joke that you just took too literally?
No, I really thought it might have been a joke, but the way she asked me and the way she looked at me, she was serious. She was honestly asking me if I would go out with her son after I just had a bad date with her daughter.
Okay, well, I also want to say that I know I'm 19, but I'm like really mature for my age. Like, I have no issue, being outgoing, talking to adults. Like, even though I live with my mom, you know, I have my finances in order. Like, I'm saving up for grad school, and, you know, I'm really responsible. Like, my room is really clean. I'm really organized.
Like, I'm sure you're...
You guys stop laughing. I'm serious. I'm really mature. I'm a lot more mature than any of my friends. It's not funny. I'm serious.
I'm sure you are. We just don't have that much in common. Like, even when we were talking, it's like we grew up at different times. Like, we don't have the same kind of connections on things. Like, you can't even have a glass of wine at dinner. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too far removed from where I am in my life.
Well, in 2 years, I'll be able to drink with you. Just wait 2 years.
2-year anniversary.
Yeah, after 2-year anniversary, you guys could, throw down a few glasses of wine.
Jeremy, I mean, what if she's right? Like, what if you just wait a little bit? My sister got married when she was 20, and they've been married for like 15 years, and they're totally happily in love.
Yeah, but check this out. If it's this much work and energy before we even get to the second date, it's looking like a lot of drama. If you start out a relationship like this, it's probably not great.
Maybe we got all the drama done up front.
Out of the way.
That's usually not the way it works.
I really don't think the drama will be finished. Like, your mother is very invested in you and your brother's lives, and your mom asked if I wanted to go out with your brother after we went out. Like, that means that there's a lot of drama there inherently in your family.
I'll tell my mom to cool off. You know, like, I'm not my mom. Like, I'll just tell her to.
I understand
back
that.
off.
But
you know?
it's just too much. Like, the whole thing is a bit
I just
too
think
much.
we deserve another shot. Like, one more date. Just one more date, and maybe, you know, without all that drama, you'll see who I really am.
Man, I feel bad, but I don't.
Hang on, Jeremy. Let me ask you officially. Would you like to go out on a second date with Alana? We will pay for it.
I don't think so. I think that she's a lovely girl, and I wish her all the best, and I wish her mother and her brother all the best. But I don't think I have a whole lot of time in my life for that kind of stuff. So sorry, I'm not interested.
Okay.
Are you okay, Alana?
No, I'm fine. I don't know. I think you're making the biggest mistake of your life, and you're gonna look back one day and really regret this.
Oh my God.
Oh, the passion.
It's fine. I don't care.
No. Hey, I know it feels like this now, like this is a really big deal, but with like young people, like your generation, it's so easy to find people. You have a lot easier than I did at that age. Hey, you're going to be great.
That's not how I want to find someone, though.
Well, do you want to find someone by your mom asking them to ask you out?
I just feel like you're really missing out on something. But
and I don't know what to say to that.
Okay. Jeremy, would you like to go on a second date with Alana's brother? We'll pay for it. Or a first date, I guess. We'll pay for that.
You can drink wine with him.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm good. I'm good on that.
Today's second date might actually be illegal for us to do in some states. I'm not really sure.
No.
But Alana, who's on the phone for a second date, said she met the dude she wants to call at their family reunion.
Alana.
So, Alana, you've got to explain that before we get into anything.
Sure. Well, it was at my family reunion, but it wasn't a family member. It was a catered event. You know, my family's all fancy like that. So he was on the catering staff.
Okay, good. Usually when you say, like, I met this great dude at a family reunion and we're going on a date, it's not a good thing.
He's only my cousin. It's
Yeah.
no big deal.
Yeah, not as creepy as it sounds, I promise.
Okay,
my
so
God.
he was a catering guy. What's his name?
His name is Jeremy.
Oh my God, were you getting ridiculed by your family for, I don't know what you were doing with the catering guy, but obviously talking to him a lot.
Well, I wasn't talking to him, but I was talking about him because I thought he was super attractive. Like, right when we got there, I was like, oh my gosh, that guy is so cute. And I told my mom that he was super attractive.
And your mom was looking at your cousin. She's like, yeah, he is. And you're like, no, the caterer.
Not my cousin. Let's get that straight.
Wait, so did your mom encourage you to pursue hot catering guy?
Yes, to the point where she actually went up to him because I was too embarrassed and pulled him to ask me out.
Oh,
really?
Embarrassing.
No, were you okay with that or were you mortified?
I was mortified, obviously. I thought it was so embarrassing. And, you know, of course, I had that mother-daughter moment of being like, Mom, are you kidding me? And I was so mad at her.
Yeah.
But then, actually, at the end of the night, he came up to me and he asked me out. So...
Hey, it worked.
Oh, it worked, yeah.
Yeah, and your mom wasn't holding a gun at his back, right?
I hope not.
So what'd you guys do when you actually did go out?
Well, we went to dinner, but it was so weird because when he came over to pick me up, he actually came in and he said hi to my mom, so that was kind of embarrassing. But he was super out of it when he picked me up, so I was like, okay, I was excited because he's so cute, and then he was acting really weird.
Really?
What do you mean? He was like drunk or high or something?
Well, that's what I thought. Maybe he was, but then I talked to him about it, and he just said he was tired from all these catering gigs he'd been doing back to back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you've been working a bunch.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't let him drive you to the restaurant.
I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, well, in hindsight, I shouldn't have let him because, like, we went to the restaurant. It was fine. You know, he was still out of it, but we had a good conversation and stuff. But then on the way home, he ran out of gas.
Oh,
What?
really?
No.
Yeah, and he just said that he had been really tired and, like, wasn't looking at the gauge and just forgot.
Oh.
Okay, so that's an awkward ending to your date.
Yeah, and what's even worse is I had to actually call my mom to come get me.
Oh my gosh. So wait, you like this guy still after all this?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I thought maybe he just had an off night, and honestly, I just kind of feel bad that my mom's been so involved. So I don't know if that's what's going on, but, like, he won't call me back, so.
Did you tell him that you lived with your parents?
No, he didn't know until he came over.
Ooh,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
that was it.
Yeah, that could be a deal breaker for some people.
Still live with your mom? Red flag.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I don't know. We had fun. And he's the one who didn't get gas.
That's not your fault.
Yeah.
What was his attitude towards your mom?
He liked her.
Okay.
Did it seem like he liked you?
To me, it did. But, you know, sometimes we aren't good at gauging these things.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess if he was tired from work and stuff, maybe it was even harder to tell.
Exactly. I wasn't really sure what was him being tired. And
So when your mom came to pick you up because he ran out of gas, did you guys
Yeah.
end with a hug or maybe like a little kiss or something? Or did you just get in your mom's car and bounce?
to be honest, I was mortified. So I just, like, said bye and got in the car.
So wait, hold up. You guys left him stranded with no gas on the side of the road? Like your mom and you didn't go get him gas?
Well, he had already called AAA and they were there, so.
Okay.
I didn't really want to wait with him because he seemed, like, really embarrassed, and it just was awkward.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to bounce.
All right. How many
Weird.
times have you tried to get a hold of him since then?
Probably 6 to 8 times.
Wow.
Dang.
That's a lot.
It's been, like, a week.
Like a week. And have you gotten any response from him at all?
No, I just think he was really embarrassed by, like, how the night played out, and, you know, I just want to give him another shot. It didn't look good on him, but I feel like he might not know that it wasn't a big deal to me.
Okay. So you pretty much want to try to get another date with him so he can have a redo.
Yeah, both of us, you know.
That's good.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Hang on.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The most successful dating site isn't Tinder. It isn't plentyoffists.com, even though that's a really good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's actually Instagram. A lot of people meet on Instagram, and apparently that's how Connor, who's on the phone for a second date update today, met the girl that he wants to call. What's up, Connor?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up? You decided to go with Instagram instead of Plenty of Fists, huh?
Yeah. I mean, Instagram is like the new Tinder, basically.
I don't think you heard what he said.
Yeah, I don't think you
I
really.
think a lot of people did.
Which is
Let it
fine.
slide.
Yeah.
What's the girl's name you want to call today?
Her name is Kate.
Kate. All right. And how did you meet Kate on Instagram?
Well, you know, as it usually goes, you know, you kind of perusing around on the gram and you see attractive women, and she caught my eye, so I started following her. She's absolutely gorgeous. And one day, she posted this really, you need to check it out for yourself. It's like really phenomenal picture. It's a boudoir picture, and it's stunning.
Okay, stunning.
Well, send it along. Tag us in it so we
Wow,
can check
you
it
guys.
out.
Oh my God. You're like salivating.
So were you one of the creeps that
Okay.
commented on it and like tagged your bro in it, like, and not even in a description, just tagged your bro in her picture?
I mean, they're posting photos for you to look at, so I wouldn't categorize it as creeping. No, what happened was there was a woman who commented on it, and I had no idea who this woman was. And she had said, "You look like a tramp in this photo."
Whoa!
Damn.
It's absolutely disgusting. And, how dare you post something like this on Instagram?
Oh, my gosh.
And, yeah, I know, right?
So you came to her defense? Were you the knight in shining armor? You saw your moment?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. This woman must have been jealous of the way Kate looked. So I chimed in and I said, look, if you don't like it, just unfollow her. Simple as that.
Whoa, damn.
Yeah, he came.
You said that, huh?
The big comeback.
Yeah. And that was my knight in shining armor moment. And Kate had reached out to me and she thanked me.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, no,
All right,
that's
that's
nice.
cool.
Is that when you asked her out on a date?
Yep, that's when I made some moves.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
You gotta take your moment.
And what was it like the first time you guys met in person?
It was great. I mean, she looked the same way she did on Instagram. In
Was
person.
she still wearing that boudoir picture that she posted?
No. She had clothing on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think now is the time that we can switch to talking about her personality, guys.
Aw.
Did you guys connect? What'd you talk about?
Yeah, no, she was really cool. We talked about what she did for a living. We talked about Instagram and the pros and cons of Instagram and how it's causing problems in society, but there's also benefits to it like this. And who would have ever thought? I mean, truly, I think Instagram is a way to meet people, whether it's friends or business connections or significant others. Why not, you know?
For sure.
So you thought of her as girlfriend potential then?
Absolutely. I was hoping. I mean, this was like the first hot girl I've been on a date with in a long time.
Nice.
All right.
In a long, long time. And we went to a bar for the date. Went really well. But, things took a turn when we were getting ready to go to the next bar.
Why?
I don't think it was a big deal, but she kind of took a weird step. She was wearing these really high heels, and she took a weird step, and she broke her heel.
And you started laughing uncontrollably.
I mean, I chuckled. I was like,
you did laugh. Okay, I didn't think you actually laughed.
I mean, I did. I mean, at first I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And then I kind of chuckled and thought it was kind of comical. But she needed a pair of new shoes.
Yeah, so did she leave? I mean, what do you do the rest of the night?
No, that wasn't the end of it. Look, we kind of laughed it off. We went to the next bar.
What, did she just hobble along?
No, well, we ended up getting a new pair of shoes for her.
Oh, okay. So you stopped along the way to another bar and got a new pair of shoes?
Yes, yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we got to the next bar, and we had a drink, and, all right, I just want to get all these cards out on the table and say that this is the part where I may have screwed up.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
We were having a great time making that connection, and my team was on the television. I just wanted to check out the game and see what was going on, see what the score was, see how things were going. And then I turned back, and she had this, totally pissed look on her face.
Whoa!
Because
Really?
How long had you turned around to watch the game?
I mean, maybe, a minute or two. Not.
Are you sure about that? Or did you get completely wrapped up in it and forget that you were on a date?
That's a long time. And did you just turn around while she was in the middle of telling you something important?
I mean, I could multitask.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it at all.
It's pretty obvious when somebody tunes you out and starts watching a TV when you're trying to talk.
I wasn't tuning her. I was still listening. My ears were still available to her voice.
No.
Okay, so when you turned around and she seemed kind of upset, is that how everything ended, or did it continue on for a little bit?
Things got really awkward. I said I was sorry. It's just my team, and I apologized, and I thought we would be cool and everything would be okay after that, and it wasn't. She said, you know what, I'm sorry, I gotta go meet up with my friends, and I went in for this hug, and it was just the most awkward moment of my life.
Oh, no.
Then she left, and I tried to reach out to her, because I was totally bummed. She was gorgeous, she was cool. She hasn't returned any of my texts, any of my calls, and I don't really think what I did was a big deal. That's the thing. At the time, I was like, what did I do? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, maybe she got upset that I turned around to look at the game for a minute or two. But, like, that's me just digging for theories. I really don't think that's a problem. So,
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date update, all right?
yeah, cool.
All right,
Thank
man.
you.
Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and Connor is on the phone, and today he wants to call a woman named Kate. He met her on Instagram. They went out to a bar, hung out. He says he had a good time, but hold on one second. Hang on.
What?
Oh, whoa. Cool. That was a big NBA trade. What were we talking about? We talking about something again?
I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to my husband all of a sudden now.
Huh? Oh, second date update.
Second
That's
date
right.
update,
Yeah.
He ignored her.
Connor went out with Kate to a bar. He thinks the reason she's not calling back is because there was a moment where there was some sports on TV. He turned around to watch it for what he says is like 1 or 2 minutes. And then when he tuned back into the conversation, she just looked upset, and he thinks that's where everything went wrong. So we're about to get her on the phone and find out if that is the reason he's not getting a call back. All right, Connor, did you hear about the trade?
Are you watching,
I'm
bro?
sure
Yeah, you
Connor
watching it right
did.
now?
Yeah.
No, but I guess I got to check Sports Center tonight.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
I mean, even though you said that only lasted a minute or two, I think that's all it takes. Like, if that was an issue for her in previous relationships, and she's like, red flag, I'm not getting into that again, where I'm dating a guy who is so obsessed with sports that he can't pay attention during one meal or one drink.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe her past was haunting her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find out. All right, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, is this Kate?
Yes. Who's this?
Hey, Kate, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the show?
Kind of.
Okay.
Oh, is it
Kind
big?
of familiar is what we go for, so that's good.
Hey.
Well, I'm calling today because actually one of our listeners emailed us about you because you're super hot on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we just want everybody to follow your Instagram. So you want to shout out your handle or no?
Wait, are you serious? Like, what is this?
No, we don't want to just promote your Instagram. This dude that you went out on a date with named Connor actually emailed us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does he want?
Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. And Connor has been trying to get a hold of you, but apparently you don't want to go on another date.
No, I don't.
Did you just find that he wasn't the right person for you?
Just like when we were talking before we actually like met in person, I thought he was going to be like a nice guy.
Yeah.
He seemed like a gentleman, and then we went out one time, and he was not.
He wasn't a gentleman?
No.
So he didn't like open your doors and stuff?
Like he did that. I don't know. Like it was okay at first, but then he decided to be like a jerk at some point during the night.
Was it because he stopped listening to you to watch sports for a second?
Wait, how do you know about that?
Well, because we talked to Connor and he told us all about your date.
Okay. So did he tell you about how I like broke my heel on the date?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that you guys...
Oh, that's right. He did say he laughed at you a little bit.
Well, it was like, okay, it wasn't even the fact that he laughed, because, like, I mean, like, I laughed too. Like, it wasn't, like, that part wasn't a big deal. But then, like, so we went to go get new shoes, because, like, obviously I can't walk around like that. So we're at the shoe store, and I just kept, like, trying to drop hints and be like, yeah, like, these were, like, my favorite shoes. I'm so upset. Like, this happened on our date.
Oh, yeah.
What's the hint, though? I don't get what your hint was. Hint to what?
Well, like, I keep mentioning, like, over and over, like, yeah, like, it happened on this date. Like, you know, we're on a date, and he just doesn't seem to be getting it.
I don't get it either.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You guys don't? Like, how do you not get it?
What? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I don't understand what the problem is.
You're in a shoe store, and what? You like your shoes.
What I'm saying is my shoe broke on our date. So I feel like that means it's his responsibility to buy me new shoes.
What?
Wow.
Why would that be his responsibility? Did he break your shoe?
It's not like he physically broke it, but it's kind of his fault because if I was sitting at home, my shoe would not be broken.
No.
Okay.
No, that is a
It's-
stretch.
Yeah.
That is such a big stretch.
I don't feel like that should be his responsibility.
Well, okay, think about it this way, though. Okay, he invited me out. Like, I expect him to pay for, like, the meal, drinks, like, whatever we do. I would expect him to pay for.
Okay.
So, like, by the same logic, if my shoe breaks, that's just an expense of the date.
That's a date expense?
That's like saying if while on your date your car gets stolen, he has to replace your car.
I mean, but that would never happen because I would never drive myself to a date. Like, obviously, he's going to be picking me up. It's just like, it's a thing for me. Like, you know, like, I want to date a guy who's going to be, like, considerate. You know, like, obviously, if I'm upset that my shoe is broken, he should care. Like, he should want to fix that. He should want to make me feel better, not make me have to pay for shoes on a date that
Oh my God.
Okay.
You are so high maintenance.
Wow.
I'm not, like, high maintenance. Like, I don't like being called high maintenance. I'm just saying I know how I deserve to be treated, and I'm not going to settle for less. Like,
Okay.
I just think
He didn't treat you badly. Okay, whatever. Oh my God. I can't.
You have your standards, I guess.
This isn't a standard. This is dumb.
Well-
I do, and if he's not going to meet them, like, somebody else will.
Wow.
Okay, so you're just looking for a sugar daddy.
I'm not looking for a sugar daddy. There's a difference. Like,
Wait,
if I
wait,
was
can you
looking
stop
for a sugar
interrupting?
daddy, like,
Sorry.
sure, I could have some dude pay my rent. Like, that wouldn't be
yeah.
a problem.
Okay, hold on one second because I think I heard Connor try to chime in there because Connor's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Yeah, I was going to say, could you guys, like, chill out and let me listen to what she has to say?
What?
Huh?
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, Connor's on the other line, Kate, and wanted to talk to you.
Oh, my God, of course.
Kate, honestly, I'm just shocked. I had no idea that you wanted me to pay. It didn't even cross my mind for a second.
Okay, but that should cross your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're on a date, you know, like, you asked me out, my shoes broke as a result of me being out with you, and I don't understand why you wouldn't think that you should even offer.
Look, you're probably right.
What?
I just wish you would have asked me. I'm not a mind reader.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, but, like, I don't feel like I should even have to ask. I think that's just obvious. And then I'm, like, dropping hints, too, that you should have picked up on.
Hints.
Well, then I need to pick up, like, a copy of Dating for Dummies at the bookstore because clearly I don't know the rules of dating. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, apparently not. Like, that was just extremely rude. Like,
It was extremely rude that he didn't pay for your shoes that you broke on the date.
So there's actually some women who would think it'd be extremely rude if he insisted on paying. Like, I don't need you to pay for my things. I am a successful woman with my own job, and I could pay for my own damn shoes.
no, that makes no sense. Like, I'm not asking for a lot. I'm just asking for you to act like a gentleman. Like, that's it.
Uh-huh.
I'm so sorry. This just has never happened to me before. I've never been in this situation. I just really didn't know how to handle it. So I don't really know what more to say.
Well, maybe you just haven't been on a date with girls like me before. Like, quality women. Like, I don't know what kind of, like, trash bags you're normally dating. That would just settle for, like, that kind of treatment. But I'm certainly not going to.
You're 110% right.
Oh, my God.
Connor, is that
Connor.
really okay with you? All this? Like, you're still attracted to Kate?
I mean, I do feel bad. I feel like I ruined her night. Feel kind of guilty.
And my shoes.
I'm really sorry, Kate. I was totally out of line, and I promise I will keep an eye out for exactly what you need. I just want to see you again.
I mean, I don't really know what else to say to you at this point unless you're going to, like, reimburse me for the shoes.
Don't you dare, Connor. Oh, my God.
Still on the table?
I mean, if you want me to, I totally will.
You will. How much did these shoes cost, by the way?
Yeah, are they like red
Yeah.
bottles?
I'm lucky for you, there were some of my cheap ones. They were, like, $220 or something like that.
Oh, my God.
$220.
Those are the cheap
Dude,
ones.
Connor, if you're going to continue this, I hope you have a big bank account.
Yeah, dude.
Connor, are you willing to drop $220 to reimburse her for those shoes that she paid for to go on another date?
Yeah, of course. I had a great time. And
Dang, bro.
Okay.
$220 is, look, it's worth the investment.
All right, well,
Investment.
then I'm going to ask the question. Hey, Kate, would you like to go out with Connor again on a second date? We will pay for the meal. He'll buy new shoes, I suppose.
Wait. Kate, let me just get this out there. I'm not just doing this because I think it's the right thing to do. I genuinely like you. I had a great time with you, and money isn't everything. And I'd rather spend the money and see you again than not.
Okay, are you going to actually behave like a gentleman this time?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I would be willing to go out with you one more time, but seriously, if you mess up at all, that's it.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And you just wait. On your date, her designer bag is going to break. And oh my God, suddenly I need to get a new $500 purse.
Zipper popped off.
Yeah, who knew?
I mean, I'm just saying if my bag did break, he better be ready to replace it.
Hey, look, a promise is a promise. Whatever you need, my credit card is ready.
Oh my
All
God.
right, so,
I can't
Kate,
believe this is working out.
You'll go out with Connor again as long as he doesn't make any mistakes because you have a zero tolerance policy. Connor, you're willing to pay for whatever Kate needs during your date.
100%.
Okay, well,
All right.
sounds like a real love story.
Yeah, you might want to have to pay for dinner, Connor, too, because all we have at the radio station are gift cards to chain restaurants, and I don't think Kate's going to want to eat at those places.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text message in at 78592 that just says Connor is doomed. And I think I agree. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, this dude Connor took a girl named Kate out on a date. They went to a few bars. He said there was an awkward moment when her shoe broke. And he laughed and thought it was funny. She didn't think it was that funny, but they had to get a new shoe because her high heel broke. And the reason that she wasn't calling back was because he didn't offer to pay for the shoe.
Wow.
And buy her a new pair of shoes because technically it was on the date, so it's a dating expense.
Hey, but he was up for it, man. He's like, I'll pay for anything. And someone else texted in, I'm pretty sure her car's going to break down on the second date.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. We all thought it was pretty unreasonable, but Connor totally understood and said that, you know what, if she went out with him again, he would refund the money for the shoe and then also take care of whatever expenses happened on their second date. So they're going to go out again, and it sounds like he's going to be in debt. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Nothing says a fun date like a Goofendorfer coffee table.
What?
Or a Lack shelf. Or a Gorfendugan couch.
What are you
talking about IKEA. The best place to have a first date.
No way. I gave anxiety with the word IKEA.
Well, if your name is Craig and you emailed us to do a second date update, you love going to IKEA on first dates because apparently that's what he did.
No way.
What are you doing, dude?
No. Let me explain. So I met this girl on Tinder. Her name's Tammy. I thought she was really cute, and I kind of wanted to take her on a different date than normal. So I was like, I'm going to be creative. I'm going to take her on an IKEA date. And IKEA's great. It's fun.
No,
yeah, by yourself.
It's not. It's stressful. You can't find your way out of that place. It lasts for hours, and there's no alcohol.
Well, I mean, not if you bring your own.
Oh, so did you bring in some alcohol into the IKEA?
Nice.
Exactly. Like a nice little flask. No one's going to know.
Oh, you did.
Smart.
You may have just turned me. I don't know why, but I feel like that would make it more bearable.
Plus, when you don't have to actually buy anything, it's actually a really nice experience because it's like this mansion that you're walking around.
Just a mansion full of particle board.
So how did you sell this to a girl you met on Tinder?
So we were chatting, and she kind of, raised how it was like she goes on a lot of normal, boring dates and how she was kind of over getting coffee, she was kind of bored with going to a restaurant. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to take you on a fun date, on a different date.
Okay.
And
I bet you she never saw that coming.
Exactly. Yeah. She just put up the challenge, and I tried to meet it as best as I can. I actually think it went really, really well because we met at IKEA, and we started to walk around. And it's fun. We're taking stupid pictures. We're pretending to watch the the cardboard TV, or we have like a pretend argument in the kitchen. It was like so much fun. It was a blast.
It's like performance art at IKEA. I bet that was fun.
Exactly, and we go and we have like the Swedish meatballs at the cafeteria or whatever, and like no one was there. And at the end, I kind of bought her fake flowers because they have like those flowers at the very end that you can get.
Cute.
And, yeah, it was cute. Like, come on, that's a good date, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it sounds like she was like in it, like she was into this.
Totally.
So to me, you guys are a match made in heaven.
I mean, thanks.
Yeah. And you don't have to spend a lot on dinner. I mean, those Swedish meatballs are super cheap.
Yeah.
And they are delicious.
So how did it end? Did you guys go anywhere other than IKEA, or did your romance end right there in the IKEA parking lot?
Oh, no.
I mean, I just kind of walked her to her car and just said, all right, well, let's get together soon. And she was like, yeah, I'd like that. And then I texted her like a few days later, didn't hear anything. And it's been like a week and a half now, I think, and still haven't heard anything. So.
And, when you asked her out again, did you ask her to like a normal, let's go get drinks at happy hour thing?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're asking if I want to bring her to Best Buy next time, no.
Oh, man.
So why do you think she's not calling you back then?
I don't know. I mean, maybe she, like, went to all of her friends and told her that some random guy off of Tinder had took her on an IKEA date, and they probably all acted the same way that you did.
Yeah, maybe.
And we're like, what is that?
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, let's go over the steps to building the perfect relationship. Okay. Insert person A into person B.
Whoa. That is quick. That's a quick moving relationship.
Realize that person A doesn't quite fit into person B, so reevaluate and realize that you're missing a screw, and that's why you can't fit person A into person B, and then completely lose your and just who cares about the relationship anymore. That's at least how you build a relationship when it started at IKEA. Like Craig, who's on the phone for a second date update today. Craig actually took his date to IKEA. It sounds weird, but he swears they had a great time.
And I think it's strange because, like, she was into this IKEA idea, but maybe she was looking for more than just IKEA on that date.
Or, maybe she didn't want to go to IKEA at all, and that was a really bad idea.
Maybe.
Well, that is an honest reflection of what happened.
Maybe she just acted like she enjoyed going to IKEA with you. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out what went wrong, okay?
Okay, cool.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Tammy, please?
This is Tammy.
Hey, Tammy, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What is that?
It's a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. That's what it is.
Okay, why are you calling me?
Well, I'm calling you because we do a segment on our radio show called The Second Date Update.
Okay.
You still sound confused.
I don't know what that is. I don't really listen to the radio that much.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Well, thank you.
A second date update, what it is where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what went wrong.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Okay, and so one of our listeners emailed us about you.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it just keeps getting better, doesn't it?
I'm going to say that you probably remember this date because it happened at IKEA.
Yep.
All right. So, yeah, Craig is wondering why you're not calling him back. He told us about your IKEA date, and everybody in the room feels like you're probably not calling him back because he took you on a date to IKEA.
Oh, my God. I can't believe he called a radio station about this.
Well, he clearly doesn't make good decisions. I mean, he took you on a date to IKEA, and now he does this, so I can fully see how he'd call a radio station.
Yeah, I guess I can see that now.
I don't know, though. It sounded like from his description you were into it. Like he said you guys were like pretend watching TV, and you enjoyed the Swedish meatballs.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cool idea. It sounds like he already kind of told you a lot about it.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he pretty much broke it down to us. Said you guys hung out there, watched the fake TVs, and even had a pretend fight in one of the bedrooms or something like that.
I love it.
We did. All that was fun.
Okay, well, if that was fun, then why don't you want to see him again?
There was a couple moments there that it went from being kind of fun to kind of weird and uncomfortable.
He didn't use one of the display toilets, did he?
Oh my gosh, Jubal.
I've always wanted to do
No,
that.
he did not do that.
Okay. I don't know what could be worse than that. So, what did he do?
Well, it wasn't as bad as that. I'll give him that. Okay, we went to different beds around the store, and the first time we got to one, he jokingly was like, "Oh, tuck me in. Tell me a story."
That's funny.
And the first time, it was cute, and like I did it, and he was like, "Talk to me in a mom voice," and so I did that, and like, sure, it was a little weird, but like I was playing the game, playing along.
Plus, he could have gone the total other direction and been just a total perv the first time you got in bed.
That's true. That's true. See? And he did not do that, so I am thankful for that. But it's just that happened like 3 or 4 more times. Like each time we came to a bed, he wanted me to tuck him in and read him a story. Then he was asking for me to, like, when I started talking, if I started reading this story in a normal voice, he was like, "No, use your mom voice." And
oh my God.
Yeah. Come on, to his defense, maybe he's just really bad at role playing and he's not very creative. So he saw that you thought it was funny the first time and he just kept the joke going.
Yeah, I guess so. But then he put his thumb in his mouth and it just was weird. It just got to be way too much and it was creeping me out.
Yeah, I can see that creeping you out even after one time, but over and over and over again. Read me a story, mama.
Yeah, no. It was weird.
Oh, no.
I love how IKEA brought out his mommy issues.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I had to get out of there.
Well, then I probably shouldn't let you know that he's on the phone listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you, mama.
God, you're joking, right?
No, I'm not. Your little boy is listening.
Hey, Tammy, it's me, Craig.
Hey, Craig, what's going on?
Just listening to the story about your experience of our IKEA date. I don't know. I felt like the first time I did that, it was really funny and weird. I felt like you laughed really hard, and I do this thing where like I beat a joke to death, and I definitely did it this time. And I guess that is a little weird.
Even you admit it's weird.
So it was a joke and not some weird sort of fetish fantasy thing that you're trying to live out in IKEA?
No, not at all. Nothing like that. But it was me being awkward and thinking that you thought something was funny, and then I realized in retrospect, oh my God, that was so creepy.
Are you sure? Yeah, but like you wanted me to call you Craigie Poo.
Oh, Craigie Poo.
Yeah. Again, funny at the time. Now that I hear it again, totally creepy.
See, at least you can admit that it was really creepy, Tammy.
Yeah, retrospect.
I mean,
right?
I was on his side until the thumb sucking thing, and then I felt like that pushed it over the edge for me. But maybe you're more forgiving.
Craig, I had a really good time, but it went from like 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds, and it's just got real creepy.
I know.
Can I be like super honest with you? Is that when I like someone and I think that something's going really well, I just get kind of nervous. And I think about 2/3 of the way through the date, I felt like we were really grooving. And when I get nervous, my jokes just go down the toilet.
When I get really nervous, I become a 2-year-old and suck my thumb in.
Yeah, no, I just thought it was really funny at first, and then I got really super awkward by the end. And you could probably tell because by the 3rd time, I let out that weird giggle that was supposed to be a joke.
Yep. I remember that.
Craigie Poo, I want to hear the giggle.
Yeah, Craigie Poo.
I don't think I can do it again.
Do you want me to read you a story?
I can't go down this road because I might try to be funny, and it's not going to work.
All right, well, I'll save you then.
Hey,
Tammy, would you like to go out on a second date with Craigie Poo? Now that you know it wasn't a weird thing and it was just a joke, we will pay for it.
I don't know. My friends gave me a lot of crap when I told them about the IKEA ordeal.
Oh, come on. He's the most self-aware weirdo that we've had.
That's true.
Come on, Mama Tammy, come tuck me into bed again.
Whoa, what?
Is that Tammy talking?
Who's talking?
No, that was Craig.
Oh my God, that is Craig!
Craig, what?
I'm sorry. It's so weird. It is so weird.
Why, don't do it if you know it's so weird.
And it's so believable.
Yeah.
Sound like a girl.
No,
You
it
sounded
sounds like a
f-
horror movie is what it sounds like.
That was the voice he was using that night.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm just trying to be funny. Please go out with me again. I
Oh
promise
my
I won't make any more
God.
jokes.
If you could come back from that, Craig, it's going to be amazing.
I promise. If you go on one more date with me, I promise.
No more Mama Tammy jokes. No more.
Stop it! Oh my God! The hair on my neck is standing up.
Craig, I
Oh
want to
my
hang out with you because I want to hear that voice more.
Oh my God, it's so weird.
Tammy, what do you think? Will you go out with no?
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not going out on another date with you. I have nightmares just hearing that weird voice that you're doing.
Oh, man.
I do too. I don't blame you.
Craig, I'm sorry. No second date for you.
That's okay.
Stop it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Very appropriate text message in at 78592. All it says is WTF about today's second date update.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear it, that was taped while Brooke was still here. She's out on maternity leave, and of course, Jackie is filling in, and Jackie's jaw dropped when she heard this dude's voice.
Well,
So
it's
Craig,
like a helium balloon voice.
yeah, this dude Craig wanted to call Tammy. They went on an IKEA date. He thought it'd be fun to go to IKEA and
I
walk
think
around.
that's
and-
weird too.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. But the reason she wasn't calling back was because he kept getting into bed and being like, read me a story in this weird voice. And he said he was doing it as a joke. And then he actually did the voice that he was doing. And I understand why she wasn't calling back. Here's his normal voice.
I actually think it went really, really well.
Okay, and here's the voice that he was doing.
Come on, Mama Tammy. Come tuck me into bed again.
So creepy.
It's like a doll out of a horror movie.
Yeah. I'm going to hear this in my nightmares now.
Come on, Mama Tammy. Come tuck me into bed again.
That is so
Okay,
creepy.
it's creepy, but all kidding aside, he was just trying to be funny. Come on. Like,
Come
he
on,
was...
Mama Tammy. Come tuck me into bed
There's
again.
nothing funny about that.
I just think as a female, it would get old. First of all, maybe the first time I died laughing about it. That is hilarious. But then if he kept doing it, I'd be like, you're a freak.
Yeah, you're like, this guy has a weird fetish or something.
He wants his diaper changed, and Mama's not doing it.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you
Come
back.
on, Mama Tammy. Come tuck me into bed again.
Also, just out of nowhere, I felt like talking about it.
Oh, cool.
If you've been in a car accident,
Yeah.
like you're driving along right now and you heard this,
Come on, Mama Tammy. Come tuck me into bed again.
and you just hit somebody,
Yeah.
well, don't worry about it. We got your back because you can get a hold of my friends at advocatslaw.com. It's 206-512-3555. The insurance companies are bullies, and they don't want to just give you the money. They want to just talk to you on the phone.
Come on, Mama Tammy. Come tuck me into bed again.
Say creepy things like that, but they don't want to give you the money. And that's where the advocates come in because they will help you and you won't be bullied by the insurance companies anymore. It's 206-512-3555. Just get in there and ask them a question because it costs nothing for a consultation and you don't pay anything unless you win your case. Like it's advocateslaw.com, 206-512-3555. They're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they've gotten over $100 million for their clients.
Come on, Mama Tammy. Come tuck me into bed again.
And they'll tell you things like that.
Moving 92.5.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
For today's second date update, a listener named Robert is on the phone, and his email started off by saying, kids make dating difficult.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I didn't really read more after that. I just wanted to get him on the phone because, Robert, why are you dating kids?
Oh my God, that's
Of course that's going to be difficult.
I wasn't dating kids.
difficult and illegal.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of things wrong with that,
Yeah.
Robert.
No, actually, I have a kid. I'm a single parent.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Makes so much more sense now, Robert. All right. Okay, you have a kid and somehow it made a date difficult for you?
Yes.
Okay, what happened?
So I met this young lady, Rebecca, online.
Okay, and were you upfront right from the beginning that you were a father?
Yes, I was. Actually, she's also a single parent, so I thought right off the bat we had that commonality.
Right, and who better to understand how dating is difficult when you're a single parent than another single parent dating?
Exactly. You know, and it's hard enough right now to even like have the time to even manage to meet someone, you know, let alone finding a match, just like scheduling wise with work.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot to handle. So you met her on a dating app?
Yeah, we were chatting. Eventually I had a plan to meet for dinner. And right before, about an hour and a half before the date, I forgot about my son's b-ball game. And he had a game that night, and I felt awful. I had to call Rebecca to cancel. I was, very apologetic.
And did you have to cancel because you just wanted to be there or because you had to take him to the basketball game?
I forgot that I had to take him to the game.
Man. Why don't you just put him on the bus and go do whatever you want to do?
Well, that actually could work. How old is this kid?
He's 6 years old.
Okay, so that won't work. Never mind.
Yeah. You got 7 to ride the bus by himself.
Yeah.
Right. So you called her to cancel?
Yeah. And to my surprise, she suggested, well, why don't we both go?
Yeah. She's a mom. She probably understands your struggle.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I was somewhat shocked. I mean, I thought, how cool is that? She was,
why not use my 6-year-old's basketball game as a dating opportunity?
Yeah. So I figured, she was just really cool to even suggest that.
Yeah, that's cool. It shows that she's pretty easygoing. How was the date at your kid's basketball game then?
It was really good. She was very supportive.
Did you get seats right up front? Some good seats.
He got courtside at the 6-year-old basketball game.
We had front row seats. She was cheering him on. Really cool. Every time they had the ball, every time he had the ball, very supportive.
Was he like, who's this strange lady cheering me on, Dad?
Actually, they met right before the game, so it wasn't that weird.
Okay.
That's good.
At halftime, I should mention this, there was a little romance that actually ensued during the game.
Okay. What happened?
She, she got a little hungry. I said, I'll be right back. I'll get some food. And she was like, I'll tell you what, if you bring me some popcorn, I'll give you a kiss. And I was like, back in a flash.
They didn't even have popcorn? You had to, drive to a movie theater to find some?
Pretty much. I had to leave. Yeah, pretty much. So she gave me a kiss when I got back. The second half started. She was cheering. My kids' team lost, unfortunately.
That's probably why she's not calling you back. She wants a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. I mean, actually, Rebecca was saying, good job, very consoling, even, they lost.
And that's where like, don't lie to the kid. He played terrible.
No. She was really cool, I have to say. And I was, I was even thinking, wow, this is wife material.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Whoa.
That's quick.
Okay.
That's a quick jump.
Well, our first date where, she's hanging out with me and my kid. We went to dinner afterwards and we had, a great conversation. Our kids have a lot in common. They're only a couple of years apart.
Did your son come to dinner with you guys too?
Yeah, he came with us, and it was a lot of fun. She was asking him a lot of questions about school, about sports, and, he was very comfortable with her. So, I mean, I couldn't help but think that this would be a possible, candidate here.
Okay, well, other than just the kid stuff, did you like her? Did she seem like you?
Yeah, it seemed like we had a spark. I mean, she wouldn't have given me a kiss, I don't think, if she didn't like me.
Good point.
Yeah.
Very good point.
I don't know. Popcorn's pretty good. I do a lot of things for popcorn.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. How did everything end with her then?
I dropped her off, said goodnight. She gave me a hug. She said goodbye to my son, and here we are. That was 2 weeks ago. I haven't heard from her. I've been trying to get a hold of her, text her. I called her once.
Huh.
So it's, just really disappointing. Like I said earlier, it's really hard to find a time to meet someone. I don't know, if I might have said something to offend her. Or, it's really frustrated.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call her and get your second date update, all right?
Sounds good.
Okay, man, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Robert is on the phone, and he took the girl that he wants to call today, her name is Rebecca, to a sporting event. Always a good idea, unless, of course, it's a 6-year-old's basketball game. What was the score, by the way, Robert? 9-6?
Seriously.
It's actually even less than that.
All right. Good job, kids. Good job.
If you're just tuning in, Robert actually forgot that he had his kid the night that he scheduled a date with Rebecca. She has a kid too. And he had to take him to a basketball game. And Rebecca actually was like, fine, I'll go. So they went to the basketball game and then had dinner after. He said everything went great. He even got a kiss in the middle of the game. Ooh. And now she's not calling him back and he can't figure out why. You ready to get her on the phone, Robert?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just really want to find out why she hasn't gotten back to me. I can't figure it out. I'm completely baffled. So I just want to hear the truth. I just want to find out what the deal is.
All right.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure it out. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Rebecca?
Yes.
Hello, Rebecca. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
What are you doing?
That's how people talk on the phone.
Who is this?
Hey, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah, sorry about that.
What? Who is this, really?
My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show. I talk like people do. Understand it.
You're calling me from the radio right now?
Yes. Yes, how are you?
I'm
You sound confused is what you sound.
Yeah, could it be the accent or could it be the radio part? Who knows?
What is this about?
Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update, and you went out with a dude named Robert a little while ago.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. And Robert emailed us because he told us all about your date, and he also told us that you aren't calling him back or returning any of his text messages, and he was wondering why.
This is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. What? This is for real?
It is, unless you haven't gone out with a guy named Robert.
No, I did. I did.
So, yeah, is there a particular reason you don't want to see Robert again?
You know, I just don't think that Robert and I will work out in the end. That's all.
He doesn't see that at all.
Okay.
Can you give us any information to give to him? I mean, that's why we do these, is so people can figure out what they're doing wrong in dating. And Robert really wants to know, especially when he said that you kissed him in the middle of the date.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wow. So he.
Yeah,
wow.
he told us. Yeah, he did tell us that.
Whoa.
Either you liked him or you really liked the popcorn that you traded the kiss for.
Oh my! Are you kidding me?
No.
This is.
I thought it was
Oh
cute,
boy.
though.
Yeah, if somebody kisses me in the middle of a date, I usually think the date is going well. Yeah. But it sounds like, you know.
Well, it was going well then.
Okay.
So when did it change?
Well, okay, so I don't know if he told you, but we went out to dinner afterwards, after this game. And this thing happened at dinner, and it was just weird and awkward, and it was kind of a big deal. And I honestly, I can't get it out of my head. And it's that big, and
It's that big. It's that big.
It's so big. It's
you guys, she's not talking
And you found that
about
out at dinner?
The 6-year-old was at dinner with them. What are you talking about?
Well, I hope that didn't happen then.
Oh my God, Rebecca.
Am I right?
I'm
Am I reading into what you're saying, right, Rebecca?
She means the situation.
It was the situation.
Oh, okay. Can you tell us what happened?
Thank God.
He's really curious.
Okay. We finished eating dinner, and his son asked for some ice cream, and his kid is 6. And so Robert tells him, no, he can't have ice cream.
Yeah.
Then he literally said, well, your team lost, and ice cream is for winners.
Ice cream is for winners.
Wow. What was the kid's
Damn.
response? He just he looked so sad and defeated. Like he had already lost his game. Like it was their, they're 6. They couldn't reach the basket. Like nobody scored. It was the worst. Right? It was one basket was the winning. And and he just looked so sad and just heartbroken. Like it was just this simple little request after dinner, and it was just so harsh, and it was it was heartbreaking. Like, I have my own kid, and I would never, like, it broke my heart. I just thought, like, what a jerk.
But
Well, think about that
like,
the next time they lose a game then.
I know you guys are joking, but growing up, my dad was my softball coach forever, and when we were in elementary school, we only got ice cream when we won.
Not my parents. You always got ice cream.
But that was like understood going into it. Like, if we win, we get ice cream. If we don't, we go home.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's harsh for a kid, I think. I just think, like, it's ice cream. It's not like, what are we teaching? I want to teach my kids that there's more than just, like, what the final score is in a basketball game. That's
Well, did
like,
you ask him what his, like, philosophy was with the no ice cream thing?
No, I didn't. But, I mean, his son was right there, and he just looked so sad. And, I mean, I didn't want to make a thing of it in front of his kid.
Right, because that's
get into a whole big conversation.
Yeah. She's like, I'll buy him some ice cream.
Yeah.
And we were done then. I mean, dinner was over. I just wanted to leave then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it seems like you could at least have told him, like, hey, our parenting theories don't match up.
They don't. Our parenting skills are very different, but I just didn't want to make a thing of it in front of his son.
Well, he is on the phone listening right now and wants to talk to you.
He's where?
I don't know. I'm somewhere, but he's on the phone. Like, I don't know where he's physically sitting, if that was your question, but he is on the other line and wants to talk to you.
I hope you're joking.
Hi, Rebecca.
Nope, not joking. That's Robert.
Oh.
I mean, if you had a problem, like, this is the problem, you should have told me about it. You should have brought it up to me. I mean, my son knows the rules at home. You know, when you win, you get ice cream. You don't win, nothing.
Well, I think it was pretty clear if you were listening to my whole call that I feel differently about winning versus losing and rewards and something as simple as ice cream. You did see your son's face, right? You broke his heart. It was the saddest thing to see his face like that. He's 6 years old.
He wasn't running hard enough. He could have run faster. They lost. I mean, you know, I have to be tough on my son. You know, I'm trying to prepare my son for adulthood. You know, you have to work hard. You have to win.
Yeah, when he's the next like CEO of some major company and he writes a book called "Ice Cream is for Winners," you'll see.
Robert, I mean, what is the purpose of doing the ice cream only for winning?
Give him motivation so he can work harder. You know, I teach him to play hard, to be a winner, to give it his all, not to have it on the basketball court.
Whoa.
I mean, if you have a different parenting style, I mean, that's probably quite obvious in the way that you were brought up, in the way you're raising your kid. Maybe, I don't know.
So you're judging me right now? That's what's happening. You're judging me because I would give my kid ice cream in this situation.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
I believe that ice cream is for winners. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Okay.
And if you don't agree with that, then maybe you're the one that's not being a good parent.
Whoa! Dude, shots fired.
I mean, all I can say is that this basketball was more than half the size of your child. You think he needs to run faster? He's 6 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand this like food for winning thing. I mean, you brought me some plain dry popcorn. You didn't put butter or salt on this popcorn, and I still gave you a kiss. So how about that, Robert?
I'll tell you why you gave me a kiss. It's because I'm a winner, Rebecca.
Oh my God. Rebecca, I am so sorry for defending this guy for moments before we actually talk to him.
Yeah, if you have to identify yourself as a winner, that is the most loser thing you could possibly say.
Yeah, that is truth.
Well, in that case, would you like to go on a second date with Robert, Rebecca? We will pay for it.
Oh my God.
No.
No. You sure don't want to think about it some more?
Definitely still no.
He's a
Even
winner.
more no than it was that first night.
Dude, and Robert, lighten up on your 6-year-old, man. That's intense.
My son is going to thank me in about 20 years from now when he's making 7-figure salary, thanking that his dear old dad pushed him harder on the basketball court to run that little bit more than the other kids.
Oh.
You know, you have to be tough in this world. And if you guys there in the recording studio don't agree with that, then I sincerely suggest you look at your own lives and how you were brought up and how you're raising your own children.
Oh my God.
Whoa. Yeah. I'm sure he's going to be thanking you, or his therapist is, for all the money he's going to have to pay.
And Rebecca, I see the future, and it will be your child washing my son's car.
Dude, rude.
You're crazy. You're like a crazy human. Like, of course you are. You called the radio to try to deal with this. You couldn't even read my social signs on the ride home that you were treating your kid like he is a CEO. He's 6. It was a big deal. He got his shorts to stay up for the whole game. Like, come on.
Good point.
I don't really have anything else to say. I think I said it all.
Yeah, I think we are. Rebecca said she doesn't want to go out with you again, so you do not get a second date, Robert.
Loser.
You say loser, I say winner. And all you guys can go to hell.
All right. Well, you don't get a second date, so I'm guessing no ice cream after this whole phone call for you, Robert. But keep winning.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Lots of texts in at 78592 saying, he's right. Ice cream is for winners. These stupid millennials and their participation trophies.
God,
Talking about today's
fired up.
second date update. Yeah, they are very fired up on the text message board. It's also very very split. A lot of different parenting techniques out there. Definitely. If you missed the second date update, this dude Robert wanted to call Rebecca. He's a single father. She's a single mother. He scheduled a date, but he forgot that he had to take his son to his basketball game that night. And she was like, well, I'll just come with you. Mm-hmm. So they went. He actually got a kiss at halftime, but she stopped calling him back. And the reason was because after they went to the game, they went out to dinner, and his son wanted ice cream, and he just said, sorry, ice cream is for winners.
Yeah.
Which is a quote that will now go down in second date history.
Totally.
And she said she didn't like the fact that he wouldn't get his son ice cream because he didn't win the game, so she didn't want to go out with him again. But yeah, it's very split on the text message board. Some people are saying like, I agree, ice cream is for winners. Yeah. And if getting everybody ice cream is what creates snowflakes these days, run to your safe space. And then other people like, everybody should get ice cream.
I was with him. You could say no to your kid for ice cream. That's no big deal. But then he started attacking her parenting style and calling her a bad mom. I'm like, okay, You're the jerk at the sideline of the kids' game who's yelling at the coach and is way too aggressive yourself.
And then he attacked all of us and how our parents were. And I'm like, dude, my dad tried to fight refs at every single game.
Yeah. Look how I turned out.
We should be friends.
I actually almost broke a guy's nose at a game once because I was angry at my dad yelling at me, so I hit the guy in the face so I get kicked out of the game so I didn't have to hear it anremore.
Look that's not a snowflake. That's just real solid parenting.
Look at where I went to. Very dark places in my life. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show. We will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move it 92.5.